Hey Tabitha, I hope you don't mind. I'm showing off one of the sweaters from the new fall collection. I could not help myself. This is my favorite one from the collection, so you guys are getting a little bit of a sneak preview because I don't want to take it off. Hi guys, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm Felicia from Sweet Georgia Yarns, and this is Taking Back Friday. This is a place where we come every Friday to talk about yarn things, Sweet Georgia things, knitting things, what we're making, what I'm making, a whole bunch of crafty things like that. This week is the first week of September. This is back to school. Back to school. I never would have expected that going back to school for my kids was going to make me so tired. I'm not even going to school and I'm exhausted. I don't know how any of you guys are doing, but both my kids started school this week and it's very emotional. It's really like it's a big time. It's a big time. It's not just big changes for them physically, going to new locations, new teachers, new classmates, new students, new environment. It's, changes to the entire season, changes to the rhythm of life, changes to what our schedule is going to be, when we do things, how we do things. It's lots of changes. I'm exhausted by the changes. I thought I was more prepared for all of this, but I guess I'm not. And so with all of this, I have been tired in the evenings, but I have been knitting. And right now I'm knitting two things. I am knitting the Tullameen Mystery Knit-Along that we're doing with Sweet Georgia. And so that's one of the main things that I've been working on. And I'm actually keeping up. I finished Clue 1 in the time that it was allotted for Clue 1, and I started Clue 2 already this past week and changing to the second color, so it's very, very exciting. I'm not going to tell you what it looks like, obviously, because it's a mystery, and I don't want to give away any spoilers. You guys can still join at any time. It's only been one clue so far. It's not been a ton of knitting. I mean, this is not a spoiler if I tell you, like, my Clue 1 was probably about this big around. It's being knit on circular needles in the round right now, and I've switched to Clue 2, Color 2, and now I'm working back and forth with circular needles. Yes, that's about all I'm going to tell you because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who still wants to join. So yes, you can still find that on Ravelry under Tullameen if you would like to join us for that. The other project that I'm working on is the sweater for Russell, and I think last week I was saying how I was a little bit feeling uneasy about my color selection because it was like yellow and another yellow and some oranges, and putting those together I was trying to make a grello combination with gray and yellow, and all of the yellows and oranges together just look like candy corn. But now that I've added the gray, I'm onto the main body part and added the gray, it no longer really looks like candy corn. It now looks a little bit more elevated, a little bit more, it looks nice. I like it. I'm liking this. So that's basically what we're doing with the knitting side of things. One thing that I did want to mention to you guys is that it is the first week of September and we have launched all of the new colorways for fall. So all of the new fall seasonal colorways for Sweet Georgia are up on the website. So that chili chocolate that I talk about quite often, and there's a cranberries in the snow, there's a macchiato, there's a whole bunch of new colors. The elderberry that I'm actually working with in the MKAL, that is available as well. There's another dark purple called Violet, and there's another green that all the girls in the studio are liking and wanting to use for their projects, and it's called Pine Tree. So there's a bunch of those colors, and there's also a light golden buttery color, we're calling it butterscotch, and another one called apple pie, which is apple pie happened because when we were doing the big color call in January, we had two camps. We had a camp that was pro biscuit, like a biscuit color that we had, and another camp that was pro ginger. And so I'm pro ginger, and then there was a whole bunch of other gals who were pro biscuit. And when we were trying to decide between these two colors, it was really, really difficult because they're still quite different. And we kind of said that we should like split the difference, and then halfway, we should make a color that's half this and half that. So we do. We have a colorway now called apple pie, and it's half ginger and half biscuit. It's those two recipes combined into the perfect golden color. This is the perfect golden color now. So yes, you guys can check out all of those seasonal colors on the website. They're all available now. Now, the thing about the seasonal colors, this is something that we're trying. This is the first time we're trying this, but the idea was that we were going to cut significantly the colors in January, and then we would add seasonal colors. So this is the first seasonal collection, fall collection of Colourways. And so these fall colors will be available from now until next fall. So they'll be available for a year. And then after that, we will then remove them from the availability list. And then next fall, we'll have a new set of colors for fall. So each season will probably be about 9 to 12 different colors. And yeah, we're just going to have them change every year, every season, and we'll see how that goes, because we wanted to avoid a situation where we end up with something like 200 or 300 different colors and be making just like a little bit of each one of these colors, because it doesn't seem cohesive anymore. I really love the idea of having a collection, a palette of colors to work from. So that's basically what we're doing for this season, and so you guys can check those out online. So the next thing that I have to say about back to school is the School of SweetGeorgia is now officially pretty much open. So over the summer, it's actually since May, I mean, I've been working on building out this new website, and we've slowly, in July started adding a handful of people, and then in August started adding a handful of people, and then near the end of August, I was starting to get really antsy. I really, really wanted people to start kind of coming in and seeing what was going on. And so we invited all of our previous students from the courses, the dyeing courses that I taught last year. So all of those students have been invited to the school as well. And then I also sent out invitations to all the people who are on the wait list for the school. And so just trying to open this up to everybody now. And it's been a very kind of soft launch. We haven't had like a launch day, because I'm just slowly inviting people to come and join. And it's starting to have like quite a lot of activity in the forums, lots of people talking, lots of people sharing photos, things that they've dyed. There are amazing things that people are doing out there. And oh, I am inspired by seeing what a lot of the other members are contributing into the community forum and sharing their photos and all sorts of things like that. So I'm excited about this whole project getting off the ground and inviting people through the doors and trying new things. One of the very first things that I told you guys before is that the spinning from scratch course is now up and available for everybody. So basically, if you've never learned how to spin, but you are curious, that is something that is available. So basically taking somebody from knowing nothing about spinning to being able to spin their very, very first yarn. So that is up and available. The next thing that I have to update you guys on is spinning. And spinning in the fall. And spinning in the fall usually has something to do with Spinzilla. Spinzilla happens the first week of October. The first week of October is actually previously it's been designated as the Spinning and Weaving Week, National Spinning and Weaving Week. And so there were lots of things over many years, lots of things to do with encouraging people to learn how to spin or learn how to weave, trying to increase the awareness of spinning and weaving and things like that during the first week of October. And so probably about, 5 years ago, Spinzilla was an event that was created to help encourage more people to learn how to spin, to encourage people to challenge themselves in their own spinning abilities, and also to kind of raise awareness for spinning your own yarn, just trying to make people curious about what it means to learn how to spin. And so over the years, it developed into an event where there was teams of people, 25 people on each team, and each team would compete to see which team could spin the most yardage. And so we did this, we were in Spinzilla from day one, we were sponsored, we hosted a team, we hosted multiple spin-in events, we give out prizes, we love Spinzilla. We did a lot of stuff for Spinzilla. However, over the past couple of years, it's started to become, more challenging for us, because we want to encourage more people to spin. We want to be inclusive. We want everybody to be able to participate with us. But it started to become very limiting, because, only 25 people are allowed on our team. And it became a bit of a scramble, 7 o'clock in the morning. You had to be on your computer to sign up. And then if you didn't get on within the first 10 minutes, all the slots would be gone, and then you would be without a team. And so people were feeling kind of disappointed about that, and we don't like that. And so we decided this year not to host a Spinzilla team. It's kind of disappointing. It's kind of sad, but I feel like it opens us up to doing more things about spinning during that first week of October. And what I want to do is actually create a more inclusive event for us and for spinning. So that's part of the reason why I sort of timed it so that the Spinning from Scratch course would come out about a month before October 1st, giving people the opportunity to learn how to spin, so that way the first week of October we can spin together. So one of my hopes is that during that first week of October, when people are doing their Spinzilla activities, that we at SweetGeorgia, we can host an online spin-in, a virtual spin-in, kind of like how we did with that cast-on party for Tullameen. But maybe we can host a spin-in where you can be at your spinning wheel anywhere in the world and then just sign in and join in. And then we can have conversations and we can spin together and have our snacks, and you can grab your beer and everybody can be happy and spinning in the same room at the same time. And it doesn't have to be exclusive. It doesn't have to be like these 25 people can join and those people can't. So that's what I'm hoping to do for Spinzilla this year. Of course, if you are in the Vancouver area, we are still going to have a spin-in at the studio during that week. So if you're in the Vancouver area, you are more than welcome to join. Come to the studio, spin with us, bring your wheel. Doesn't matter what team you're on, doesn't matter what team you're on for Spinzilla. You can still come join us anytime. So we're doing that for Spinzilla. The other thing that we always do for Spinzilla is we always come out with new colorways in fiber for Spinzilla specifically. And so this year we decided that because every fall we come out with, a new Party 5 colors, new Party 5 palettes, but we don't really do that for the spinners. This year we thought that we would actually dye the colors that we put into our Party of 5s onto spinning fiber. And that's what we're going to do for our sort of limited edition spinning fiber for Spinzilla. So I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so one of my very, very, very favorite spinning fibers is this yak and silk fiber blend. You can see it here. I hope you can see it. It is, it's silky, it's shiny, it's got depth and richness of color because the yak is already brown. The silk takes dyes very vibrantly and it's very shiny. And so Spinzilla is kind of my one time a year where I have an excuse to be able to dye on this fiber blend. So this is one of them that has been dyed in the Firelight colorway. Yeah, this is the Firelight colorway. It's not in focus. That's one. And then we also have this one, which is the Hearth colorway. So this is a mix of browns and oranges and golds. And finally, this one is the Aurora colorway. So you can see these three together. They're very muted, very subtle, very warm in tone. Yeah, I love these fibers. And then last year, we came out with this other fiber called Silk Puff. And so this is basically merino non-superwash and superwash merino and silk mixed together in a blend. And so they have been dyed as well. Same colors. You can see there. And the last one is Aurora. And you can see they dye significantly differently. So this is the two Auroras. So you can see that the colors take completely differently on these two fiber bases. Let's see, this one is Hearth. You can see these two as well. They take quite differently. The Silk Puff is definitely brighter, cleaner looking, more, this is significantly different. You can see here. They look completely different because the bases are completely different. The yak and silk is already a little bit brown to begin with, which is why this is happening. But I got all these braids because I had to take photos of them for the website, and now I kind of don't want to give them back. Yeah, I might keep this one for myself to spin. So that is that for fiber and spinning fiber. So I'm hoping that if you have ever been curious about learning how to spin, you'll learn how to spin September, and that you will join us in October, the first week of October, to spin with us, either virtually online or in person at the SweetGeorgia studio. So those two things are available and coming soon as well. The last thing that I want to mention actually is a couple of gals who have been on our Spinzilla team for many, many years, our SweetGeorgia team. They actually work at a place called Dakota, and Dakota in BC is a literacy advocacy organization. And September, as you well know, is back to school. September is also National Literacy Month in the US, and it's Literacy Month in BC. And so they are starting something this September on Instagram or on your social media. What you can do is you can join them in a challenge to use their purple color to raise awareness for literacy. So you can hashtag anything that you're knitting that is purple, or start a project that's purple, or bring out your purple sweaters and hashtag everything, put on your purple. So hopefully what we can do is just generate a little bit more awareness of literacy and literacy issues. So again, just hashtag everything that you're knitting that is purple, or find some purple yarn, or start a purple project, or find your purple sweater, and then hashtag it, put on your purple. So thank you guys so much for being here to watch this today. I really appreciate you guys following this vlog, following what we're doing at SweetGeorgia, hearing about what I'm making, what I'm doing, all these kinds of things. So if you do like this episode, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more episodes like this, please hit subscribe, and you will be notified when new videos come up on YouTube. Now, in the next couple of weeks, what we're going to be doing is showing you more and more of these garments that we're launching in the fall collection. The fall knitting collection actually launches September the 18th on a Tuesday, and this fall crochet collection actually launches on September 26th. This is the first time that we're doing a crochet collection, so I hope you guys like that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess I will see you guys in the next one with another new sweater. Okay, bye for now.